whispers of the eternal step. I dawn's embrace. As the first hues of orange and violet tiptoed across the edge of the eastern horizon, Temujin stood atop a crest of the boundless Mongolian steppe. The wind, cold yet gentle, wrapped around him like a silken scarf, coaxing from the deep grasses a symphony that only the dawn could summon. He closed his eyes, listening. The dry earth beneath his feet a familiar companion, resonating the pulse of 1,000 hoofbeats that had crossed it before him. Before him, his steed, Batar, a chestnut gelding with a mane like a river of fire, snorted softly as if in rhythm with the awakening world. Temujin touched the horse's neck, feeling the warmth beneath the sleek coat, a warmth that mirrored the zealous fire in his own chest. His heart whispered a prayer to the dawn, a prayer stitched with tradition and hope.
Spirits of the steppe, guardians of the endless sky, I call upon you, he murmured, his breath a stream of steam, dissolving into the crisp morning.
Grant strength to my limbs and clarity to my eye. Shield my kin beneath your vast azure mantle. Guide Batar's hooves as swift and sure as the eagle's flight. Temujin's gaze drifted to the horizon where shadows of mountains lay half-draped in mist, their peaks kissed by golden light around him. The banners of his clan fluttered and snapped against the azure firmament, worn by the ceaseless wind yet standing proud. A testimony to endurance, to stories whispered by ancestors long past. His fingers brushed the fabric of the nearest banner, feeling its rugged texture beneath his touch. Each tear a tale, each stitch a memory.
Blood of my blood, stand with us this day. He breathed his eyes, tracing the lines where cloth met sky. The names of those who had walked the earth before him rolled from his lips. Each uttered with reverence, a connection to lineage unbroken by time.
He felt their presence, a tingling that crept along his spine, threading the past and present together in a tapestry of destiny. His mind danced to the rhythm of the past, where tales of valor and sacrifice played out beneath vast stretches of stars. He imagined warriors with eyes sharp as flint and hearts as fierce as the wind that sculpts the steppe. They were with him, he felt, and their whisperings merged with the wind, urging him onward.
Temujin knelt beside his quiver, its contents meticulously prepared. Each arrow, sleek and straight, carried the weight of his aspirations, the precision of his craft, honed through hours spent under sun and stars. His hands worked with practiced ease, fingers dancing over wood and feather, feeling the promise of flight and the bite of purpose nestled within.
As dawn stretched into morning, the sky unfurled its vivid banners more brilliantly than any of earthly make. A prayer lingered on his lips, repeated like a mantra with each arrow he touched. Fly true, fly straight as my resolve. The landscape, rolling infinite, became a silent witness to his devotion, holding within it the echoes of his promise. Yet, it was not just the fear of battle ahead that stirred within him. It was the anticipation of proving himself against the very elements that shaped him. The steppe was both his cradle and crucible, and in its vast sweeping arms he found the calm before the storm, the quiet before the dance of arrows.
The horizon blazed brighter now, as if illuminated by the spirits he invoked. Each ray of sunlight a path for their descent. His senses magnified, Temujin heard the distant sounds of preparation of his clan, readying themselves for the day's march.
A rustle here, a murmured command there. It was a symphony of life, echoing the harmony within his soul.
With a final glance toward the sky, he swung onto Batar's back, feeling the familiar swell of muscle beneath him, an extension of his own being. Together they plunged down the crest, the earth a blur beneath pounding hooves. The wind, a singing companion, he was reminding with every beat of his heart, every stride of his horse, that he was not alone.
The spirits raced alongside him, shadows melding with their own, as his clan gathered into a single unified force upon the steppe. Their banners, though tattered, flew proud, an orchestra of color against the pale expanse. Temujin, poised like an arrow loosed from its string, led them onward, his soul buoyed by the radiant hope of dawn's unfurling light. In that sacred morning, beneath an endless sky, the archer rode out with the blessings of earth and sky, of horse and kin woven into the very fabric of his being. And thus, the day commenced not with clamor or fear, but with a whispered promise of renewal, light, and endless hope.